Welcome to Petals and Pride. This story is brought to you by Petals and Pride, where every petal tells a tale and every tale celebrates pride. Join us as we embark on heartfelt journeys, unraveling the beauty of love, life, and the extraordinary in the everyday. Together, we bloom with stories that inspire, uplift, and bring the rainbow of human experiences to life.
Title: Highway Patrolman Secret. Sean had just turned 18 a few weeks ago, and like most teenagers with newfound sense of freedom, he had a habit of driving a little too fast. It was a warm summer night in New Jersey, and the back roads were empty except for the occasional pair of headlights in the distance. He was cruising along, music blasting, when the dreaded red and blue lights flashed behind him. "Shit," he muttered, pulling over. The cop who stepped out of the cruiser was tall, broad-shouldered, and handsome in that rugged "I hit the gym when my wife thinks I'm on night shift" kind of way. His name tag read Officer J. Miller. Sean rolled down the window, heart pounding, but not from fear of a ticket. Something about the way the officer approached his car, his confident stride, and the way he leaned into the window with an easy smirk. It wasn't the usual cop routine. "You know how fast you were going?" Jason asked, his voice low, almost playful. Sean swallowed hard. A little over the limit?" Jason chuckled. "A little? Try 20 over. That's a serious fine." He paused, eyes scanning Sean like he was sizing him up for something more than just a traffic citation. "You in a hurry to get somewhere or just like a thrill?" Sean smirked back. "Guess I like a little thrill." Jason raised an eyebrow. "Yeah? You ever take risks?" Sean held his breath. Was this happening? Jason glanced around, then tilted his head toward the trees lining the road. "Step out of the car for a moment." Sean didn't hesitate. He followed Jason into the woods, his heart now hammering for a very different reason. Once they were hidden among the trees, Jason turned, his hands on his duty belt. "You ever had a cop do you a favor?" Jason asked, his voice thick with something Sean instantly recognized. Sean barely had time to answer before Jason's hands were at his waistband, unbuttoning his jeans with the efficiency of a man who had done this before. Jason dropped to his knees, and Sean gasped. He hadn't expected the officer to be this eager. No demands, no conditions, just pure, unrestrained desire. Sean wasn't going to complain. This became their routine. Every few weeks, Sean would accidentally speed down that stretch of road, and Jason would be right there to pull him over. No ticket, no questions, just a quick trip into the woods for a little community service. Jason, it seemed, was particularly invested in servicing the community of young men he pulled over. It was like a public service announcement for anyone with a fast car and a smile. "Hey, if you speed, you might just get an officer who's got more than a ticket in mind." But like all good scandals, it eventually unraveled. One unlucky night, Jason pulled over the wrong guy, an undercover internal affairs officer. Instead of a rendezvous in the woods, Jason found himself in handcuffs, and not in the fun way. The news blew up. Local officer Jason Miller arrested for propositioning young men on traffic stops. Married cop caught in sexting, pulled over the wrong one. Jason's wife wasted no time. Divorce papers were filed before his mugshot even finished making the rounds on social media. Sean, of course, thought the whole thing was hilarious. One night, while scrolling through the news, he saw Jason's face plastered on the TV. His roommate glanced over. "Hey, isn't that the cop that pulled you over once?" Sean smirked, a cheeky grin spreading across his face. "Pulled me over a lot, actually, but never gave me a ticket." His roommate frowned. Must have really liked his job." Sean chuckled, leaning back on the couch, still grinning. "Oh, he loved it. Guess he really knew how to give the community exactly what it needed."